Welcome back to another Up to Summit video. Today we're in Calderdale and it's actually sunny at the moment, but it was chucking it down with rain a few minutes ago. I'm Matthew and today I'm with Shay, first appearance on the channel. And where we're going up is just up there to Stoodley Pike. It's about 1,300 feet once you're at the top, and it's a really impressive monument which you can actually go halfway up. So we're going to start off by working our way down here, climb onto the tops and then walk all the way along, and then we'll end up finishing off there. So at the moment the weather seems to be holding up, but I have a feeling that we're going to get wet today. The route I've got says 7 miles, but we're going to cut a little bit off it, so it'll be a little bit shorter than that. There we go, that's a good view of Stoodley Pike just over there. So we've just come here for a nice wild swim. Got this little diving board here. If you want to come here then definitely try it out. One of the best wild swim spots in Yorkshire. So there is still blue sky, but it is starting to drizzle just a little bit. But at the moment it's manageable, we're not getting too wet, so no need to put a coat on. I don't really know if this is a path. I've just kind of worked my way up this hill and the path's almost disappeared, but I know we need to be just up there, so it's all right. So we've just come up there at a pretty steep pull up there. Obviously not a clear path at all. And I thought we were going to be at the top, but we've still got to go up to that bit. How's it going, Shay?
Right.
So basically he's not happy because he's not got the right gear and his feet are soaked because the grass is wet. But we just need to keep going, and then I think we'll get to a good path once we're up here. I have kind of just ignored the route and just cut straight up here, but I think it's a lot longer round to go around, so it's definitely the best route, just maybe not for Shay. You can see how wet it is. Luckily my boots are fully waterproof, so I'm all right, but for Shay it's all in his shoes, wet socks, and he's only got to walk just along there, all the way along there to there, so it's going to be exciting for him. But I don't know if we're going to end up in, I don't know what this stuff is. Look at that, it's like a big cushion, the strangest stuff, kind of wrecking the biodiversity of the local area here, but kind of need to do it to get up there. Come on Shay, you can do it. It's weird stuff, it's like standing on a pillow. I'm just unsure if you're going to go straight through it and end up in a really deep bog. And look at that, there's a footpath here, so maybe we could have found that somehow if I'd have actually looked at the route. But it's a bit of a feature of my walks, not looking at the route and just freestyling it. That's what an unhappy walker looks like. So we're going to head along this path, but there is a dam up there, and I've done a video on it. It's Gaddin's Dam, England's highest beach. So just in this hilly area there's just a beach nestled up there, which is quite interesting. It's only a small one, but if you want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description. Some pretty cool rocks up there, and we've nearly done pretty much all the climbing. You can see Stoodley Pike in the distance, just in the sun at the moment, and blue sky above, so it's all looking good. There's the rocks from the other side, which is pretty awesome, and we're just going to kind of head round and over the top of this stream. It's a good little path here. It's only a little thin thing, but it's quite close to this edge, makes it a bit interesting. So here, if you wanted to go to Gaddin's Dam, it's probably a 5 or 10 minute walk along there, but we're not going to do it today because it's just a walk along there and then a walk back, and we still have to loop around the top of here and then all the way over there, which is a fair distance. It's a little bit muddy and he's struggling. You don't want to get wet feet again. That's unfortunate.
It's a muddy fetish. That
is a bit unfortunate, he didn't fall in there. I've just been alarmed by a loud shriek. What exactly has happened?
Got some mud on my panties.
Some mud on your panties, and there was that kind of scream. You acted like your phone had just fallen down the hill.
No, because I stood in a a big muddy thing, and I thought it made a bigger impact than it did.
Don't know if these rocks are going to be slippy. I don't think they're too bad, but they looked a little bit slippy. Yeah, so it's pretty windy at the moment, and it does look like there's a bit of rain. Not sure if you can make it out on camera. You probably can. A bit of rain. It looks like mist, but I'm pretty sure that's rain down there, so hopefully it doesn't spread up here. So the rain has officially arrived. It's not too bad at the moment. I'm not going to put on a coat yet, but it's definitely starting to rain a little bit. There you go. I think you should be able to make out the raindrops in this mud puddle bog. But yeah, it's quite wet out here. You can see them people over there fully coated up. They are fully wrapped up. I don't know what they're going to do if the conditions get worse, because it looks like they've already used all the layers up. I'm just here in t-shirt and shorts. We're vibing. It's really not that bad at all. It's definitely like 16 degrees or something. There's a little reservoir down there. It's not even that little really. I'm saying little. It's a pretty substantial reservoir, but we're not going to be going down to that. I completely forgot that we're even there, to be honest. You can see the monument now. It's still a decent way away, but we're slowly making our way closer to it. And as we get closer, it's getting ever bigger. I can't remember exactly. I'll check before I get there. I think it's 130 feet high, which is pretty high. From here it doesn't really look that, but I'm sure when I get up next to it, it'll seem very big. There we go, just going onto the Pennine Way. You can tell as it's a lot better path. But I think now we just follow the Pennine Way and it takes us all the way to Stoodley Pike. Here we go, there's a nice chair here. Not a very nice story to go with by the looks of it. You can see it was built in memory of our dad, Cyril Webster, who died in these hills. Not in these hills, still walking the hills. What is it, in these hills I'm going to say? That is a bit dark. But that's a nice tribute and a nice bench, which I'm going to try. Hopefully not get a wet bum. And it's not too bad a view from here either, looking out. And we have blue sky. It really is changeable weather today. Just down there somewhere, I'm not sure if I'm pointing very well, next to that church, that's where we're parked. So we started off by heading all the way up there, just over to that hill you can see in the distance. Then we've looped round, and now we've just got to head to there. Then we come down off the front of it and back to the car. So this is an interesting, I'm not sure if it's natural, it's almost like in a circle with broken up rocks. So this is the Calderdale way, which I'm not familiar with that one, if it's a big one or not. It's probably not huge, but potentially a nice walk to do sometime. I'm assuming it's a multi-day one, so I might have a look at it and maybe do it at some point. I'm not sure what this is either. There's all kinds of just weird rocks. I'm assuming it's some sort of point, marking point, trig point. All of a sudden it's looking a bit closer. Once we get over this hill, we really won't be too far from it. And it's in the sun, but this weather over is not looking too promising. Right over there in the very distance, it might be a bit tricky to make out because it kind of blends in with the cloud, but is Emily Moor Mast, which is quite a bit bigger, over double the height of this. I think Emily Moor Mast is just over 300 feet, but this is 120 feet, even though it doesn't quite look it from here, but I'm sure once we're stood next to it, you'll see how big it is. Finally here. I'll say finally, it hasn't really been difficult at all. It's just a fair long walk all the way along that top stretch. I don't even know exactly where we came from now. It's all kind of blurring into each other. But yeah, it's pretty impressive. There is some people up it, so we're going to have to go tell them to move so we can get some clean shots. I'm only joking. It's here for everyone to enjoy, not just me. There we go, Stoodley Pike. So we're going to have a quick walk up it now and look at the views. So yeah, you can get a little bit of the way up it. Obviously not all the way up it, but probably a good 20 to 30 feet. But it is a very dark staircase if I remember rightly. And actually you could definitely get a tent pitched up here. As you can tell, it would be very windy, but if you pitched it using the monument as a windbreak, depending where the wind's blowing from, it could be quite a nice spot for a wild camp. Obviously you get a sunrise and a sunset because of the panoramic views you've got, but let's head around and get up there. There you go. And here's the entrance, so we're going to head in. Hopefully we don't bump into the people that were on top. So there we go, it's going to get very dark, very quick. Probably won't be able to see too much. Walking up here, it's probably just pretty dark on the camera. I think it said it was 40 steps, so it's not too far up. It's not too dark, to be honest. I've been up darker spiral staircases.
Wow, man, what an absolute...
There is so much, that is absolutely disgusting, to be honest. Literally people just use that like a litter bin.
How deep do you reckon it goes?
For all the way to the bottom, probably 40 feet of just straight rubbish. That's the kind of society we live in, unfortunately. And now we go out here. There we go. Very windy, but incredible view. I'll do a little walk around. So like I said, it would be good if you could get all the way to the top, but unfortunately you can't get right the way up. So I'm just going to walk you around, show you the views. Great views looking out everywhere. Nearly made the whole trip round. So windy when you come around this corner, just hits you. But yeah, that's it. Stoodley Pike Monument. I think it was erected originally in 1815. It was to celebrate the victory over Napoleon, and I'm pretty sure it fell over, unfortunately. So they had to rebuild it in 1856. And here it is now today, standing strong. There we go. Awesome. It's a pretty big monument. You could say it's monumental. Right, so it's time for us to head down now. And we just follow this path down until we join onto that track, and then it's easy going from there. So we decided to go on this path. There was another one which went down to the right. It's a bit of a wider path, but it's probably a steeper descent, and I just think this path's a bit more interesting. Let's go! There we go, that's looking back up to it. We've taken out nearly all the height now. And there's lovely blue sky out to finish off the walk, which is always a good finish. There we go, nearly done. Down the final track, and then soon we'll rejoin the road. And then it's literally just a 2-minute walk. Look at them cool little rams made out of the rock. And there is a tiny version of Stoodley Pike, which is pretty cool. So that's it, that is Stoodley Pike completed. Like I said up there, it is a really impressive monument, and it is quite big, especially compared to the other monuments I've been to. If you did enjoy this video, please drop a like and a sub down below. And if you want to see the best things to do in Trogir in Croatia, one of the most beautiful towns in Croatia, click the screen now.